What's going on, everyone? Deviant Tarot here, and I plan on doing a love reading for Leo. It is May 26th, I believe. Having a hard time keeping track of the date these days, but I just woke up this morning and I was like, let's do a fire sign. I usually do Aries, and Aries is usually going to stay in the rotation, but I wanted to do something different today. And I was called to do Leo, so hopefully we get a good read today. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. I know Memorial Day is tomorrow, so I hope you guys celebrate, be safe. And yeah, let's get into the read, man. I plan on doing or not doing, but I plan on using the Solar Kingdom Tarot deck. I really like the imagery in this deck, but I've never really used it on the channel, not too often, so I wanted to do it today. I was being called to use this deck today, so that's the plan. All right. First card is the Eight of Wands in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. Okay. The Hermit in reverse. The Queen of Cups. The Situation is the World. Okay. And the obstacle is the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. Oh boy. You're showing up as the Hangman in reverse. You have the Strength card. Oh man. The Five of Pentacles. And the outcome is the Tower. Whoa. Did not see that one coming. Bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like with the World card here, it's kind of like suggesting that there were challenges in your life, like things were going on in your life, and you finally kind of like overcame them. Like, I feel like things kind of came full circle, and I feel like that progression, that I feel like you awakened to something, like you realized something that needed to change within yourself, and I feel like it started, or I feel like this Eight of Swords in reverse is kind of like an indication of that. Like you kind of freed yourself, like getting out of your own way, like freeing yourself from your own mental prison. I feel like once you kind of realize the things that you needed to work on in your life, it started to like free yourself and things started to progress in your life. Like maybe you were being very avoidant in the situation, or you just didn't want to change. Like maybe you're stuck in the past, because in the past situation you have the Lovers card here in reverse. So I feel like there was definitely a romantic situation going on between you and someone, and maybe you kind of stayed in that past situation, like kept thinking about that past situation, and you never really held yourself accountable for the things that you contributed to that situation, right? Because when a relationship goes bad, it's not just one person that's in the wrong, even to like extremes, right? Like, of course, someone could be more wrong than the other person, but you still have to hold yourself accountable for how things played out, right? You definitely contributed something to that. So you're starting to free yourself. You're starting to like acknowledge the things that you did wrong, or acknowledge the things that kept you in this loop, because that's kind of what the World card is as well. It could be a cycle, and I feel like you're finally like coming to a conclusion on that cycle. You have the Eight of Wands here in reverse, is in the conscious position. So I feel like things may start to move a little slow between you and this person, or I feel like communication may have come to a complete halt with this person, like completely stopped. That's kind of what I'm getting there. Like I feel like things were moving rapidly in the past, and now things are kind of like slowing down. But I feel like it's slowing down in a good way. Like when you're in like the zone, in like a sports type atmosphere, you're in the zone, things kind of slow down a little bit because you're starting to see things more clearly. You have that experience and that knowledge, and I feel like things are starting to slow down a little bit for you. but that's a good thing. I feel like that's a good thing. In the unconscious position, we have the Hermit in reverse. So again, I feel like you're starting to kind of come out of your shell, and I feel like for a long time you may have been closed off from the world, like kind of being in like this corner or this little box. And I feel like energetically you were just like closed off from a lot of things, like not really letting things, I don't want to say consume you, but you're not really giving energy to many things. That's what I feel like happened in the recent slash, distant past. But I feel like you're finally starting to come out of that energy and kind of like embracing the world again, like putting yourself out there again, not being afraid. And in the future, you have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're definitely, getting back to your true self, your nurturing self, you know, kind of like putting your mark on the world, but in a positive way, like energetically uplifting people, uplifting your environment. Maybe you're going to be like a beacon of hope for some people. Maybe some people know what you went through. Who knows? But you're showing up right now as the Hangman in reverse. So you're coming out of that energy. That's what I'm really getting. I feel like you're coming out of that up in your head, isolated, deep introspecting type of energy. I feel like you're finally coming out of that energy and putting yourself back out in the world, right? I feel like you may have been like off the grid. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Like this situation could have made you like kind of really like isolate yourself from people. And I feel like you're finally starting to come out and express yourself more and be more open to the world, right? Some people could be living but not really living. I know you guys hear that all the time, but that's kind of what I'm getting here in this read, that for some of you, you may have not been like really living life, not really living your true story, right? That's what I'm really getting, and I feel like the situation kind of made you really reflect on things that you can improve on, and really like get to know yourself better. Because I feel like when we go through like really like painful endings and like tower moments right here in the outcome position, I feel like it could really like show us or tell us more about ourselves, right? Like things that we didn't know about ourselves, we finally like start seeing things about ourselves and start realizing things and start noticing things that we could work on. So I feel like that kind of is what happened with you. And what you need to know is the strength card. So again, being bold, being assertive, and having confidence, not being afraid, not second guessing things. I feel like you kind of made this decision and kind of accepted things for what it is. That's what I feel. I feel like you are accepting things that happened in the past and not really questioning it anymore. You're not really lingering on that past anymore. And that's a great thing. You're coming to those realizations and you're starting to move forward in your life. You're not being stuck on a past situation. In the hopes and fears, you have the Five of Pentacles. So you hope to kind of get over this situation. And I feel like you are, but your fear is that you kind of like was left out in the cold and maybe still want more closure or clarity regarding the situation. But you have to understand sometimes you're not going to get that clarity. And once you kind of accept that, it's going to be a lot easier to move past the situation. Like, there's people I'm pretty sure that's probably watching this video that's been waiting years and years and years for clarity on the situation that they never got. And if they put their life on hold for that clarity, they would be so far behind in life on a lot of things, right? Pretty much stunting their own growth. And I feel like you're getting out of that energy, which is great. Given that we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck, I feel like it could be referring to like a divorce situation, like someone you was with for a long time. And I feel like you're finally like accepting things that you kind of already knew. Like some of you are very intuitive and probably felt like this day was going to come. And I feel like you guys are finally processing things and moving forward with your life. So since we're kind of already clarified that this situation is kind of reaching an ending, I'm going to pull some cards to see if I can get you and your new person for those that's looking for a new person. All right, so here it is again. We have the Queen of Cups showing up again in the upright position. And I feel like that's kind of like your own energy because you're showing up as the Queen of Cups here in the original spread as well. So I feel like you're going to be a very nurturing person. And I feel like the situation kind of made you more emotionally mature. So going forward in like new situations, you're going to know how to navigate in different terrains. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's definitely a new opportunity coming your way in regards to a new person. I feel like there's someone that has their eye on you, that see long term, that see that they can build a solid foundation with you. And we have the Chariot, and they're coming in hot. They're coming in hot. So your new person definitely see something solid brewing between the two of you. And we have the Star at the bottom of the deck. Something solid brewing between the two of you. And I feel like they've been assessing the situation for a while. So it could be someone that you already know, like a friend, someone that's been like in the background, kind of seeing things play out. And I feel like they finally see that there's an opportunity here for them to come in, and they're just gonna do it. That Chariot is like that bold forward movement. So I feel like they're just gonna go for it. And I feel like you're gonna appreciate them for doing that. Like personally, I love when people just kind of do things like just go for it. Not in like an impulsive way, but more so in like a confident way. Like I'm gonna pull some romance angel cards for you guys, kind of cap things off for you and your new person, you and this Ace of Pentacles, and we're gonna wrap up the read for you, Leo. So the first card we have is Unrequited Love. I feel like this is definitely referring to you in this past situation, pretty much saying that there's not enough attraction to keep the relationship going, and I feel like you already realized that. And I feel like you accepted that. That's the most important thing. You accepted that. The next card we have is Worth Waiting For. So trust in divine timing. I feel like the universe is definitely playing a hand in your love life right now. And I feel like, again, it's this person here. It could definitely be someone that you already know. I don't feel like you guys have like relationship history, but I feel like it's someone that you already know. That's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like for most of you, it's someone you already know. And the last card we have is Make the Effort. So the bottom of the deck we have Reconciliation. So I don't feel like it's this past person. I feel like it could be referring to this new person. Like it could be someone from your past in terms of like a spiritual perspective. Like this could be someone returning as a past life lover, like a soulmate, someone that's coming in that appreciates you, someone that's gonna cherish you and not waste your time. Again, I feel like the universe is definitely pulling some strings right now in your love life, and I feel like you just need to trust in that divine timing. Trust that you're on the right path and don't look back. I feel like you should not be looking back at this past person. I feel like you need to move forward. Again, that Chariot, just move forward and be confident that you're moving in the right direction. All right. So that's all I have for you, Leo. I hope you guys enjoyed the read. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll leave those links in the description below. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys watch my shorts as well. Sometimes I put my own music in those shorts, so I would appreciate you guys to at least watch and listen to that. But yeah, been talking too much. I'll see you guys in the next video.